of New Mexico. Michael, good to have you with us again. So we know that dozens of people have been killed as these two factions within the Sinaloa cartel continue to clash. What do you think is behind this increase in the fighting within the cartel? How significant is it?
Well, it's very significant simply because the two warring factions, those loyal to Mayo Zambada, and then you also have the Chapitos, which are Chapo Guzman's sons. So they're fighting for control of the most powerful drug cartel that exists in the world. But it also involves treachery, because during Chapo Guzman's trial in New York, where he was basically sentenced to life imprisonment, Mayo Zambada's brother and one of his sons testified against Chapo Guzman. Now the Chapitos have kidnapped Mayo Zambada and brought him to the United States. So now it's also a matter of treachery between both groups. They're also trying to deal with each other's betrayal. And the Mexican president, López Obrador, has sent over 2,000 Army and National Guard units into Sinaloa, but it has not been able to quell the violence that's taking place. But you should also know that the cartel is using innovative tactics. They're using improvised explosive devices. They're using bomb-dropping drones. And then they have vehicles that are armored with thick steel plates.
Okay.
And then they carry 50 caliber machine guns.
So, Michael, if this is a struggle for power between the remaining sons of El Chapo and those loyal to Zambada, which you've just pointed out, could we now see the violence get even worse? So what does this mean then for ordinary Mexicans caught up in the fighting?
Well, the city of Culiacan, which is the capital of Sinaloa, has become a literal war zone. And it's semi-paralyzed the city. So unless the Mexican government sends in more troops throughout the state of Sinaloa, the violence is probably going to spread to other parts of Mexico. And then there's even concern that the violence can spread to the U.S. border states. So it's a concern. The U.S. Embassy has issued travel advisories because the violence is slowly starting to boil over into other areas.
Michael, just a quick thought to you, very briefly. So with all this violence going on, do you think the Mexican security forces have now lost the battle against the cartels? And what does this, I mean, how does this affect DEA operations going forward, do you think?
Well, the problem is that the Mexican president, when he took power, came up with this tactic of hugs and not gunshots, which means not confronting the cartels, which allowed them to operate with greater impunity. And now they're basically out of control. Also, after the arrest of the Secretary of Defense, Salvador Cienfuegos, in Mexico, the Mexican government reacted, and they have restricted DEA's operations in Mexico.
Michael Vigil, good to get your thoughts and your analysis. Thank you very much indeed for talking to us, Michael. Thank you.
Thank you.